To our first resets for the junglers, we see that the Faded Ash is brought up by Wei. Tarzan really would like to go back for that too. It just increases your clear speed so much as that's flash in.
Oh, double pulled, Crisp low, sent back. This is going to be first blood for El. Crisp just buying time, trying to survive, but there's nowhere to run, and Elk will grab first blood finally, and Knight has a solo kill against Xiaohu in the mid lane.
But that two LPL goats of mid lane, Knight and Xiaohu, these title record.
To start this final off, Weibo looking for Drake as the Groves are taken by Wei on the top side.
Yeah, they want this 1v1 trade. They had bottom side prio. They had an idea that Wei was on the top side, so despite some of the numbers sent mid by BLG, they are just going to trade this one up. So Ocean for 3 grubs.
It's easy 1v1. Look, I want the 1v1 for a while.
I want the beat down, all right? Let me have some fun. But in all seriousness, just give Bin a bit of time to just reset. Probably
he's setting up for Elk.
For a teleport bot. Yeah,
oh no, he's going to die. Away! Just about escapes. No, he doesn't. Breathe puts the deer down. But Elk wants to punish. Q3 dodged, looking for the passive. The plasma comes in. Elk flashes, but he doesn't have the damage to finish the job under the tower, but surviving.
That looks so good for Breathe. Finds a fantastic kill onto Wei, but it's now going to lead to a 6-grub Kai'Sa pushing in his top sides. Ziggs is going to return though with the threat of that satchel.
Yeah, on the bottom side, Weibo, they were trying to dive Bin as well immediately. They're still thinking about the angle here. They're looking for it now.
Onto Bin they go. The vines are there. I mean, there's nothing he can do about that one. And suddenly, I mean, it's still first tower for BLG. They've outraced Ziggs.
And this is the big problem. Take a look at the minimap. Everyone is bot side right now. There is a teleport available here for Xiaohu. So again, if he wants to go up there, clear the wave, he could, but BLG aren't going to force the issues that it's like the pentakill machine.
Yeah,
it was Zeri in 2022, then it was Cassante. And of course Smolder this year as a Herald, being contested here.
Remember, On no ultimate here. Weibo want to fight this, but On just goes in! Flash, double pulled, Magnus Storm is there, but out onto the backside. Thorn's doing a lot, and Bin is down! Weibo have found their moment, and Tarzan cleans it up with a triple!
Knight gets a solo kill in bot side, but it does not make up for this top side. Herald denied, Weibo with some gold in pocket, and what were we just saying about, got to survive this early game? Weibo are doing a little bit more than that in that 4v4.
Really nice swing for Weibo, and they also deny the Herald, right? Herald doesn't go up to BLG, even though they are the ones that secure the objective itself. Not gonna matter now in the end, though. I will say BLG, with these 6 scrubs, they've gotten a lot of damage done onto these outers. 2 down, that mid lane tower almost gone, and now Weibo looking to pick up this mid lane tier 1. They might get it with a low satchel.
There you go. There's the symbol. And this is what I love about both of these teams. Tarzan, Xiaohu, and like that ability to turn around a big fight. If the carries are caught, the disengage doesn't matter.
See if they can keep that space. Drake down to 5k. Slow onto Breathe as Knight pushes forward. Elk is just in the mid lane. They're foregoing the Drake, I think, unless Wei can find a smite, and he can. Tower down, Drake down. Can they get the fight? Because Weibo get a combo. They're onto that front line, but On dashes back out of the play. Knight still strong. On surviving with a bit of honey fruit there. The bomb, not quite enough to finish the job. BLG trade objective. In fact, no, they don't.
So we are getting to a point in the game now where, of course, revisiting the sidelines again. Just be aware, folks, that all 5 teleports in this game are available, and both these teams really
need to get all of these massive AoE Qs off, because that's when you really start to feel the burn of Smolder and all of that damage he can put out.
Looks like no contest on this Drake. This one's going to be given over to BLG. That'll be their second now, so tied in terms of Drakes. In the meantime, Weibo try and get control of this barren area.
They have a Zyra.
Not willing to pull the trigger yet.
They do have a Zyra, so you do have to pay some attention to that. Bin, he might have just been caught out of the net here, but there is a potential out flying in. He's not coming, though. I think Bin's just been left out to dry.
Yeah, rightly so. Look at the mid lane as Elk is diving onto Xiaohu. Xiaohu survives. Mid tier 2 gone. Bin flashes out of the play on the top side. The bomb is not enough. Bin walks away on here to save the day as BLG break the base.
I don't even know. I just watched Bin. He's not able to be locked down, and now the teleports onto this Baron, and it's going to go down fast for Weibo.
All right, Bin, he has that teleport. Can he get there in time? The Baron will be gone. What happens with the fight?
On threatening, he's in the pit way over the wall. He's already got 1 smite today, but pulled out by the all-out. Breathe sent on the backside of the fight. Wei is back into the pit. He looks for it again. twice in a single game. He robs Weibo blind. Weibo lose the Baron. They lose their inhib and they lose their lives.
This is exactly what you sign up for with an LPL finals as the fight continues.
They get shredded one by one, and Wei picks up his payload. Knight executing BLG. They end game one in style.
When Wei's in the pit, it's not a 50-50, baby. It's all him. And that Baron steal is going to secure game one in the finals here, and they're going to go one match up against Weibo here.
What a statement to make. BLG step onto the summer final stage, and in under
awkward as possible without involving the bottom side 2v2, because that's the strength of where BLG are currently looking to be.
We'll keep our eyes on those jungles. I do want to keep an eye on that bot lane as well, because importantly, Elkanon kind of ran the bot lane in game number one. They've got a really strong duo again.
We have sometimes had some issues with the 2v2. Chris goes in, but you are a Leona.
Oh, Light's in so much trouble. The passive stacks up the stun onto Crisp. They're winning the 2v2 again. Crisp is being taken down. First blood for Elk. Health bar's low, but on's behind a minion.
It's Ashbrom, it's Elkanon.
Yeah,
Tarzan basically realizes, okay, we lost the kill on bot side, but the HP bars are too low for that bot lane to come roam towards him, so it felt safe enough. Tarzan's still sticking around a little bit. Now you can see Elkanon still haven't recalled, they still haven't regen. They could actually be in a bit of trouble here.
Crisp goes in for the engage. He's underneath the tower on. Jumps to his AD carry and will survive for now. Wei still in the area. I don't think that the dive can come on through.
You can force Elk off the wave. Maybe he's no summon spells, but Wei's here to cover as well. A spear!
Ooh. Not quite sure how that hit. It looked a little sideways, but spear lands. Tarzan's just going to keep this going. On dodges that one, but that's unbreakable on cooldown now. Wei looks for the route onto Tarzan. On gets the slow, but the spear lands. Tarzan, the absolute sniper, is looking for more as well. Elk's next, and he hits it. It's not enough damage, but Tarzan starts strong.
All eyes on Tarzan, MVP.
Yeah, this is now a dragon for Weibo on the bottom side, where Ash and Palm is in the other lane.
So we are going to see Grubs go down to Wei. Zyra very, very good at killing Grubs as well. The way that her kind of W passive works when you're killing the little mites is that you get a lot of that cooldown.
Wow.
Xiao wants to stop him.
Wei forced to flash, but he's on the wrong side of the play. Xiao finishes him off. In comes Knight to try and save the day. Flashes to safety, and a Knight in shining armor indeed.
Yeah, Knight and also on.
That's two waves. He's done a very good job of hitting the vast majority of these minions. Yeah. His footwork, I mean, how the hell is he still 3/4 of his HP?
Not getting hit by any of those skill shots, but also on, then hits level 6.
Slow on Xiao, ults come in, the vines are down, and they strangle the life from Xiao. Tarzan moves in, but there's little he can do to defend.
Xiao flashed in topside to kill Wei, and BLG returned the favor twice. Ult and bot side gonna force out that cleanse.
That's from Light, slow onto Crisp, engage onto On, double knocker, but a stun comes in. On flashes to safety as Elk looks to chase. You never escape from a fight with Ash, but Elk decides this one's over.
Weibo just really want to dunk on Elk, and On, you can see that Grubs are now being finished by Wei. Tarzan is now hunting for these low HP bot laners.
But where are they? They've escaped through the river. Elk trying to escape that way. The ward down, he's going to move back underneath the tower. Look at this movement! They're absolute secret agents. BLG's bot lane surviving for now.
They want Elk sums at least for this.
Their time is up. Crisp goes underneath the tower. He'll go down. It's 1-for-1. Slow on Tarzan as Knight arrives again at the last second. And somehow BLG get away with it. Oh, Breathe is in trouble on the top side. Wei might just finish the job. He's out of cooldowns for now. Breathe will walk away, but Knight now getting chased down. It's pure action. Tarzan chunked, rocket onto Elk. They will back away.
Somehow this play keeps going. Weibo just keeps stopping these resets happening. The big winner of this is
probably onto the stage today and patted that bicep. Bicep's looking a little bit more like custard now. The way that this top matchup's going. You not heard of that? They're like bingo wings, looks a bit like custard.
No, I've never.
Custard in a bag, no? Okay, never mind. Moving on. Maybe not a finals reference after all. Arrow flashed. TP in. Coming through from Knight. Knight is loving being in a side lane today.
And Knight just on this Zeri, it just gets that ability to wall right over the wall. He's not playing Zeri, he's playing Tony Hawk. He just gets to go into these side lanes over and over. You can't just survive here. Chris going in.
Now that's going to be on going down. Surely jumps to a minion and actually survives it in the meantime. Tarzan's been sniped, stunned onto Crisp, and he falls. What is this from BLG? They are just dipping Weibo.
The golds come from nowhere. There's a teleport now coming out from Xiaohu just to
Another
make
one
sure
of these series of plays from BLG where it just feels like they just find all of these strong pieces to throw at a play and say, you know what, we'll just make it work. We get this person to the right area of the map, we can improvise. And that's exactly what they've been doing. Communication error here. Xiaohu's sat in base all that time. He doesn't even teleport back to live.
Chris goes in, but I'm not sure he'll last for long. Perhaps caught out and decided he had to try and find something. Xiaohu now on the top side of the players. Breathe and Tarzan look for a way in, but Bin is just such a monster. He has no fear, and he's about to turn mega. Weibo have got to be cautious how far they step forward here on. He's got the read now on Tarzan. After that first play, he's figured out the javelins. He's getting closed down on here. Slow onto Tarzan, unbreakable. Blocks some damage, and he'll walk away.
Tarzan's starting to lose a little bit of his potency at the minute. Not only for accuracy, but still at level 8. I'm sure that Grok will give it to him, but again, all of these plays back to back, the death just then, the dives not going the way that they needed to on the bottom side. It's all starting to unravel a bit for him.
And just
the rest of the top side.
Just look at this last series of plays and how BLG have just so seamlessly gone into the advantage like this. This is exactly why BLG have ruled this year. This team has come out of, you know, bits and pieces, building together towards something incredible over the last couple of years. Asher coming through.
Enchanted Crystal Arrow flies in and hits its mark. Tarzan caught and evaporates before our very eyes. And Crisp gone on, blocks the ultimate. Herald down with a smite in tow. Bin turns mega just in time and survives the play. BLG without a casualty continue to roll Weibo.
Elk is not even needed. BLG do it again. They take all of their strong pieces and throw them at Weibo. And Weibo cannot find an answer. BLG are so good at snowballing these broken games.
I'm not even sure where Weibo goes.
Way this series is going. And Herald now in the mid lane as well.
It's going from bad to worse. I don't kill it before it completes its charge, but it does charge in. They just send it into this tier 2, and again, control now fully there for BLG. Weibo, I would say it's going to take a miracle, but it feels like even more in this kind of game.
And Nightmare, you talked to me once on one of the casts, and you were saying that these niddly deaths, the first couple, they weigh double, you know? And right now, Tarzan, he's had a couple of deaths, and it feels like the momentum just evaporated from Weibo.
Considering how well he played the first few levels, it has really changed. Teleport coming in, Weibo looking for a snapback, but I don't think they've managed to just about close the jaws.
17 minutes, and they look for a comeback play. TP comes on through, and Chris, I mean, he just can't move. He can't do anything in the matchup. You talked about the Braum flash away from the arrow. As in goes Knight for a 1v2, and he wins it as well. It's not just his left hand that's golden. He's coughing at this point as Light takes him out. And Elk will finish one. Breed gets onto Elk as well, but he walks away with no HP. He survives anyway.
I can't believe it, BLG. I mean, the play I like from
Weibo.
Weibo.
That teleport, then yes, maybe they get to a soul point off of that, and they can start using that to give themselves options later. Instead, they don't have options. The options in this game are BLGs, and they are Elks. And you know what? It's been a while since we've put our hands together and channeled a bit of our inner prey with the cross-map Asher arrows, but this one is
They had barely succeeded last year when they put this bot lane together. When they brought Shun over, these were players that had never succeeded. They'd been good, but they never succeeded. And boy, are they succeeding today. Xiaohu falls again. Tarzan wants to find something. Health bar's low, the javelin short though. And I don't think Weibo will find their mark.
BLG, what a team. They just keep finding play after play. The flash forward, Tarzan caught out.
There's the knock up, and there is the kill. Another one for BLG. The story continues. This roster came from nowhere last year, but
it's going to signify a 20-minute Baron for BLG as well. We'll see if maybe, just maybe, Weibo can find something, but again, needle in a haystack.
You know, I was thinking with a Braum there, it shouldn't be possible. On was not in the pit.
No, he was not.
Still a Baron for BLG to the end, but it was close.
Yeah, oh, Breed.
Oh no, Breed, he's caught out again.
Trying to make the
Teleport
play.
through.
Elk got away last time. Breed doesn't want to let it happen. Slices and dices, he finds one. Bin, wow, trades it though. He's about to turn mega. I don't think this is the opportunity Xiaohu wants.
Nope.
I don't think they can go for more, but Crisp is still hunting right now. Gets caught by the plants, gets caught by a boulder. That tower's still up, by the way.
Yeah, it is. I don't think they're going to be able to find anything else here. Tarzan as well, they're all hunting. But yeah, I mean, for Weibo, it's just a little too late for them, it feels. You know, they're Triforce tier items, they're here, but Knight, look at him, he's here.
Knight over the wall has been the story of this entire game. He finds yet another 7, 1, and 8 on the Zeri. Everywhere Weibo go, Knight arrives to answer. Xiaohu forced the Valkyrie away as BLG defend.
Teleport coming in. Weibo don't want the recess. They don't want to use the Baron buff.
Oh, Knight's behind them. Knight has TP'd behind them. He's found his flank. Your teleport be damned, Breathe. You get nothing. Wei walks away and BLG outdo them.
Is that a Knight or a ninja? You can't keep track of this guy. Out of the shadows and puts Weibo into the coffin. 10, 1, and 9. Knight is chasing that 4th title in a row.
Left, right, up, down. Knight is coming at you from any angle possible. And right now, BLG, they're breaking the base of Weibo right here.
It's a Knight revolution at this point because he is dominating on the movement. 10, 1, and 9. The base broken open, and I don't think BLG are stopping this play anytime soon. They've got the Baron to work with. No TPs, and actually Wei nowhere near on this one. The 2 inhibs will be all they get. Xiaohu TPs for a flank here, and Chris dives into the action. Elk, the target, but everything's missing. No damage is connecting, and Weibo falls short once more as Knight slides into the play. Oh, and here is Wei to finish the job.
BLG, they've still got the Baron. They don't stopping here.
That's a mini. No, he doesn't have any fear, but he might not have any life. No, he does. Breathe, denied again. Can this Croc get a single play?
This could be the game almost. They've got another wave on the top side as well. It's not got a super minion on it, but Baron buff, maybe a Nexus tower at the very least.
They didn't really manage to have the playoffs they wanted either. It has been BLG left alone here. It's not BLG versus JDG. It's not RNG EDG or like these 2-team kind of confrontations at the top. Yeah. This year has basically just...
For BLG right now though, going back in and going for this 3rd in him. No Baron buff, but again, so much pressure. Bin on the side as well, Crystalline Arrow. Front line, but
Tarzan's already gone as Bin just jumped into the back line, and Chris will be sacrificed. Knight flashes into 3 of them under the towers, and he gets away with it as well. It feels like BLG cannot make a single mistake. It feels like everything they do works out. They've got that Felix Felicis today as Weibo pushed to the Nexus for the 2nd time today already. 2 wins in 50 minutes total. It's not even been an hour of gameplay as BLG fight.
BLG, big stacked wave, level 4, enough mana for a Pathmaker at most.
No level 6, barely any mana. Can they find it? Waits for the W before Wei goes in. TP committed, but they commit for the kill anyway. First blood has been tanks the tower. Xiaohu is just as low. There's still a cannon underneath the tower. They're waiting for cooldowns. They're clearing this wave. Xiaohu has to catch the next wave.
He has to
Worst of it went to Bin, but it's still some farm away from Breathe. Knight gets some time alone in mid lane as well. Then we said it's a harder lane matchup into that core keep, but he's done very well.
On might have overstepped on this one. I know you're Bard, but I mean, it's like being banned from above at this one because he really is Bard.
Okay.
And himself from the previous series.
Yeah, Grub's now here being taken. Wait, I mean, Q Smite, you can steal away at the very least 1 here.
Tarzan gets 1. Wei lurking for the 2nd. Pillar of Flame denied. Wei has the smite. Oh no, he doesn't have smite. It's on cooldown for him. Still gets 2. Chris walks away. Xiaohu on the scene as well, but the magical journey. Okay, Chris gets baited, but On's just gonna get chased down. On twice now. He's got out of position on this Bard.
Crisp is having such a good game on the Alistair too.
Play towards Elkanol. That has been the strong point this series, in this game, and in the previous game. That's not been the case. Elk's been left out to dry, and Bin has been the carry. Roots come on through. Pathmaker used to try and tank up, but Wei, twisted advance keeps him safe. Bin doesn't even tank the tower.
Yeah, a little bit awkward though. It does mean that Wei has to flash, but still, I mean, they get what they came for, and Breathe dies.
Also love how it's like, oh, it's not really about being ganking top lane. There have just been 2 strikes in a row. They could get themselves the early dragon, but it means 10 minutes in its first Dragon. It's not like you're giving 2 over early. There is no reason for BLG to overplay their hands just yet. And one thing which I'll really praise BLG for is the fact that they have actually been quite reserved. They are a very aggressive team, but they're not necessarily a team that will overpush things.
Yeah, for now.
It's chunked low. Light's going to try and finish the job. Piercing arrow does it. The roots come out just in time to keep the BLG bot lane alive. But that's a nice little pickup for Weibo.
People who have no connection to England, this means absolutely nothing to you.
But importantly, Tower taken at the top side. Crisp trying to contend for these grubs. 2 went to BLG in the previous skirmish. Tarzan at level 10. Be very happy with that.
On would just really love level 6 though. Like, go towards the mid lane wave, drop a grab.
Oh, root onto on. Light finds the arrow on. Down again. Crisp gets a knockback, but it's onto Light. Bin gets the perfect targets for the Croc. Curtain call. Can't finish the job though. Croc down. Weibo surviving.
There's no 6 on the board. Not a tanky champion, goes down very, very easily. Crisp immediately gets Bin away from Xiaohu, who could have been stunned in front of the other BLG teammates. Crisp pops the ult. We got to fight in the pit now.
Crisp low. 4th shot wasn't there. It was the 3rd. Xiaohu goes in. Knight can't quite find the slope. Breathe behind enemy lines, perhaps has a chance. Pathmaker, no! Knight flashes into it and is pulled straight into the open arms of Weibo. What a fumble from the all-star mid laner. And now the chase is on. No! Bramble smash sets Crisp away. But Wei gets that locket and keeps his team alive.
The immediate future. Breathe could also accidentally sniff him out. No.
He's got ult. They're going to go for another fight. Here we go.
They're going for it. Elk is here with the 4th shot as well. Tarzan rooted up, stunned up, and executed. Bin now trying to escape on the top side. In fact, looking for a re-engage. On has gone straight into the mix once more, and he's just going to go down once more. On has fallen apart in game 3, and Weibo happy to capitalize.
I was like, okay, someone's going to pick it up. I was a bit worried. I put my hand up like I'm in school to get everyone's attention. You guys don't want to see it. Yeah, first Dragon now is finally going to go down, so there's not even going to be a soul in the immediate future either. Knight's going to eat pretty heavy trade.
Now who looking for revenge for game number 1. Won't quite finish the job, but Crisp by here comes the cavalry, and the Knight will be taken down. The burn finishes the job as Tarzan cashes in. BLG look to the bottom side. I don't think they'll find anything.
I love how Knight's like, well, jig's up. Let's get as many stacks as I can. Throw the ult to them. I'm sure I don't need that for the next minute or so. This is really big, though, again, for Weibo. Got themselves a nice amount of grubs earlier. They managed to get themselves that Herald ult over the wall. Light cleanses.
Cleanse from Light, but follow-up route after follow-up route and a curtain call. Set up for the first shot, but no, Crisp arrives in the nick of time. Light still falls way out of the top side, but here comes Tarzan to punish the escape. The burn is there. He's looking for one more hit and finishes it. On now being chased. Will not be able to close the gap. In the meantime, Xiaohu's got a hit too.
Great for Xiaohu, 700 gold, but I really...
synergy. Well, one of them can't hit them because they're in stasis at that point. Now we've got Weibo going towards the bot side, trying to buy a bit of a push on this bot tower.
Bin gets a stun. Nice little trade onto Breathe there. Won't be too much coming out from Weibo. I just want to quickly mention again, gold lead for Weibo. This is huge compared to the rest of the series, and this is a team with a 90% record of closing the game out when they're ahead. And that's a great little pick onto On again. He has fallen apart. He's earning his old nickname again.
Yeah, this is an off game, folks. It is not necessarily been his best showing in game 3 after such a stunning first 2 games from BLG.
They're ahead in game 3. It's a great start to the game. They've got to finish the job, though.
And that's the problem against a team like BLG. You make one big enough mistake and they can take the entire game away from you. Chris goes for another combo, stops him out of the journey.
God, On actually still gets through the journey. He somehow survives. But Elk in the meantime, he tried to save his support and he'll regret that decision. Wei trying to escape the phase rush, smiting a Q and a flash as well. BLG get out with most of their lives, but that is an objective forgone. TP towards the mid lane from 9.
Yeah, he's just
see
trying to
you can actually take or deny it in those sequences.
If they lose this mid lane out of turret, it makes things quite hard though. That's going to be an ult, trying to catch out Light, teleport coming through.
Oh, takes a tower shot as well. Elk goes in for the 4th shot. Nearly answers with his own live. Curtain call comes in, but Bin is rooted, gets onto the backline and sets up for shot number 4. He slices out, but he cannot dice further. On flashes the damage as Knight arrives on the scene. He's got that passive. Flash comes out. Here's Breed. on a flank. That tower is not long for the world, and BLG know it. They back away, they avoid the flank, but they lose their tilt.
I love this play from both. Walk away happy from this, knowing that it's not a game-losing play.
But I just love that move. Just thought, yeah, you know, sometimes inactivity can be really positive for these teams. No, we're teleporting mid-lane and fighting again.
But this is that for BLG though. When you think that play is that mantra in action, right?
Yeah.
They're looking to react to what Weibo are doing and just look very scary.
Speaking of, Xiaohu found kill for Knight. Great setup from Wei. And suddenly the smaller
Now
might.
a free wave in the side lane, we'll get a tower in the side lane. And as we were saying, despite the lead for Weibo, BLG are very, very punishing. You make mistakes like this, BLG
Way
take
the inkling to just keep on pathing down here, and once Weibo catches that wave up high, oh, hold on. Knight's dead, the burn.
Okay, Comet finishes the job. Tarzan grabs a kill while we're in the replay. We're in a replay of not getting a kill. Is the dragon. It's the wrong way round, guys. Where's St. George when you need him? Weibo want to know.
We can ask Light if he has a death note.
Just for fun.
Yep.
You can imagine what that's going to look like if it's directly the Q home on top of it. Wait, he's got...
Okay, the root and the Q to try and get phase rush. The movement speed is there, but so is the burn! He's gone! Trees don't like fire. I think we all knew that one. And Knight now trying to get some poke over the wall as On moves it. Weibo start the Baron, and BLG must answer. The curtain call flies through. Xiaohu sent away. The root lands as Bin looks for a follow-up. This is 4v5. Crisp is in the backline as Bin goes in. Crisp has bought space. He's bought time for the croc to be eradicated. He may answer with his own life, but perhaps answers with the play of the game. He saves Weibo as Knight barely lives, and Xiaohu finds his man.
Weibo clutch out the
The
fight.
amount of space him and then Crisp also from preventing BLG from moving forward.
This was almost... If this happens with... If this
was
happens...
so
oh, go back to the Baron, has gone down.
The Baron is gone. Mom called, but is it enough? Crisp keeping everyone away. Has been dives into the backline, and Light is left. He's still alive, though, executed by Elk. And here comes the Dragon. Knight looking to finish, but he's burnt asunder. Tarzan surviving as Elk has to carry. Can the Jin do the damage? The deadly flourish. There's 4. Jin's favorite number, but he wants a 5th. The Penta for Elk.
That came out of nowhere! Oh my god, BLG! They might have dropped the Baron, but I mean, they kill everyone on Weibo, and Elk finds a pentakill.
Who told me Jin can't carry? Who was it?
I think that might have been me. The second struggle with the Cassante, struggle with the tanks. Elk does not give a damn. We are left thunderstruck. He uses the static shift to just roll down well.
It's absolutely beautiful. And you know, everyone was protecting Light from the curtain call. Once the curtain call was gone, they kind of abandoned him, and suddenly the deadly flourish flies through. 6k damage as another fight is on our screen. Crisp tanking on the front line. Here come the flames as Wade dives into the backside, but he's gone way too deep. There's no answer from BLG for now. The curtain call not doing enough. Knight has to carry as Bin is pulled under the tower and can't find an answer. Double for Xiaohu.
Weibo are finding a way. The front line of BLG is not working well in this game. They're getting separated. They're getting over dives into this backline, and Weibo are not actually under threat from the Smolder and the Jin in all of these fights. They're somehow, given how long-range champions they are with rapid fire cannons, still out of range.
Oh no, Crisp caught Elk once again. These traps are just too much for Weibo.
Goodness me, Weibo. I mean, I was going to say, this game is starting to get very, very hectic, very chaotic, and maybe someone wants to take a breath, but honestly, Weibo are thriving.
Because we have got a Bloodthirst and Alpha Knight. We're on 4.5 items for Elk. On has just face checked into 3 of Weibo. I've got to be honest, On.
Hi.
Not the greatest game.
A little too long. BLG, they're going to start pushing through this mid lane. Again, potentially, they can maybe even look towards running that Baron themselves. Smolder does have a good amount of DPS. Here comes the teleport.
It's a deep TP, but Crisp is caught on the front line in the meantime. Goes to the Unbreakable Well, but it's not enough. That's going to be 2. Tarzan burned down as well. BLG from nowhere find it again. Breathe is on the back line, but what can one man do against such reckless dominance? BLG are here to make their mark on the LPL, and there's nothing Breathe can do about it.
They've got half a wave in the mid lane here and another wave rolling in.
Gentlemen, I think this is the series. BLG are marching into the base.
We had eras in the past in the LPL. We've had times of dominance from different teams. As another kill comes through, EDG and RNG are gone. The era of JDG is over. Now begins the age of Bilibili Gaming.